If you're taking me seriously.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, lifestylesdefined.com. This is a video that I've been putting off for a long time because I've been going through the motions. I've been living it, researching it, trying to figure out what's best. So to give you some background, my old solution was a PC running, used to be Windows XP, then it was Windows 7, and now it's Windows 8. But I'm running the Media Center add-in, and within the Media Center, I had a plugin called My Movies that would go out to the server and populate the information from, you know, all my videos. So my video structure is a folder with the name of the video, and then My Movie would go in and it would just fill in the album art, everything from IMDb, and it would just give you this really nice interface. For those of you who've never seen Media Center, just to make it clear, there still isn't an interface as intuitive and beautiful for that purpose. For the purpose of you know, seeing your programming in a well-organized and beautiful manner. That hasn't arrived. It hasn't been better than Media Center. I think Roku's gotten the closest. Amazon TV's not bad. Apple TV, no. So we'll get into it. But that was my thing. So I've been searching for a while for a replacement, and I ended up with these three, and then I got a latecomer at the end, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. But let's start off with Apple TV. Part of what makes Apple TV so good is the fact that you may already own an Apple device, and this thing plays so nice with Apple devices. We talking iPhone or iPad, and I think even the Mac. I haven't tested it, so. But there's this feature called AirPlay where you can essentially cast, and I use the word cast because Chromecast made it popular in the Android world, right? You can essentially use your TV, use the Apple TV, which then uses your TV as a second monitor for any app, not just what's offered on the Apple TV. So that, I think, is a very big part of what makes the Apple TV very appealing. The second part would be you're probably already in that iTunes universe. So all your TV shows, your music, your playlists, all that's already there on the Apple TV. No muss, no fuss. And then, of course, you know, you get your Netflix and so on and so forth. Is there YouTube yet? I forgot to check if there was YouTube. For a while there was no YouTube, but you get the default apps that you expect these streaming boxes to have, and the quality, of course, is nice. And you know, there's a few rumors coming that Apple TV, they'll be redoing the remote, so giving you something with a touchpad on there. I'm personally hoping that they update it and give us some 4K. Apple's been pretty good about pushing that technology or future-proofing stuff. So it's been a while since we've seen the Apple TV, and I mean, there are some complaints that it's getting slow. It's a bit long in the tooth now, so they're about due for a new upgrade. So I would expect them to bring out something that's 4K compatible, upgrade that remote to a touchpad, you know, just bring it into the 90s, so to speak. It's 2015. The Amazon Fire, or the Fire TV, whatever the hell Amazon's calling it. This was very close to being my number one because from what I've seen, you know, I've got a chance to play with it. The video quality is the best on the market. My God, does it do a good job at giving you some really sharp video. And, you know, I'm in New York, and I get, what am I, like 110 down and like 50 up or some, I don't know, some madness like that. But I still complain about video quality to these streaming devices. And there's a lot that plays there. For instance, if I go in and I check the signal strength, I'll see like a 2 or a 3 out of 5. And, you know, that has to do with the shitty router that came with Cablevision. I'm going to be replacing that soon, and that's going to help. But, you know, the point here is your video quality relies heavily on the bandwidth you can get to it. And with the same quality as the rest of Roku and Apple TV, I feel like Amazon's, they just have a sharper picture. And that's important, especially when you're someone like me that refuses to go out and buy a Blu-ray. I'm missing a lot of that quality. You know, every time I see a Blu-ray on my TV, you just sort of sit back and you go, whoa, I'm missing a lot. I'm missing a lot. And I'm aware of it, but it's hard to say, and it's even hard to come to terms with. Sometimes I'll sacrifice that quality for the availability and the convenience of having, you know, multiple different platforms to watch media, so on and so forth. So, yeah. I mean, if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber like I am, you know, they do a good job and give you some extras on there. But I think the Amazon TV or the Prime, the Fire TV is a good pick. Also notable, it's the strongest gaming machine of the three. Apple, not so much. Not so much on apps. They're still playing catch up. No gaming. The Fire TV, loads of gaming, loads of app, great quality on the picture. Roku 3. I really love this device. I think it's in terms of video quality, which is what I just harped on for Amazon. It's close, no cigar, but it's close. But it does a lot more to really earn the crown in my book. For one is the experience. Whatever UI, is it running on top of Android? I can't remember. Whatever UI they're running, that thing is super quick, super fast. And I've got a Roku review that I did way back. It's got to be like a year and a half now. And everything still holds true. This thing is still lightning fast. There's a ton of channels. For those of you who don't know, Roku doesn't call them apps, they call them channels. A very enticing way to get you to feel like you're cutting the cord. Tons of them. I mean, they had YouTube when no one else did. There's tons of hidden channels out there, and for all of you adult content viewers, there's stuff for you out there. Anime guys, there's stuff for you out there. You know, it's a YouTube video away. Google it, Bing it. Don't Google anything. Bing it. Bing it. So yeah, look it up and you'll find what you're looking for. I mean, man, this thing is just packed with content. Secondly, they've got that universal search that I so love. You know, you hit the search button and you just type in what you're looking for, Game of Thrones, and it'll come back and say, okay, Game of Thrones is on Sling, it's on HBO Go, and it's on I don't know, it's on iTunes, or not on iTunes, but I'm reaching here, but you get what I'm saying. So it'll, you know, sometimes Game of Thrones will be available on one service, and it's available for purchase, and then on the other it's available for stream for free. I like the way the universal search does a good job at showing you, you know, hey, you don't have to pay for that. You can watch it over here. You can stream it. You got that account already. I think that's pretty dope. I also like the remote on the Roku. One of the things I think is very important is the ability to plug a headphone into the headphone, earbuds, whatever it is, into the headphone jack on the remote, and it just forwards the audio. I think that's super dope. You know, especially at night, you don't want to disturb people, or you just, you know, for whatever reason you want to personalize what's going on, you can. I'm just such a big fan of the Roku. It's got the most apps. You know, the video quality is up there. I think for me it's definitely the best of the three. And for the price, you can get that thing for like $60 now. Apple TV is pretty cheap. Amazon's still going for about $100. But I think it's, until Apple, even with the Game of Thrones exclusive, you know, I'm able to get Game of Thrones through Sling TV on my Roku. So that sort of knocked them down a notch in terms of the Apple TV and the run-in here. And for me, that search feature is boss. That's really what puts the Roku above the Amazon, even with the really dope quality that the Amazon's got. And even with that voice, the Amazon controller, it does this voice recognition thing where you can hit the voice and say what you're looking for and it'll find it. And I wish the Roku had that, but again, you know, the search and on the Roku is so much more powerful than on the Amazon Fire or the Fire TV. So I mentioned earlier, a latecomer at the end of this was my my Xbox, the Xbox One, and now I'm really stuck. So I have a Roku 3 in the living room, and I've really been trying to finalize the setup. You know, I want to avoid, because I still have my media center connected to the TV, and I have the Roku 3, and I sort of go back and forth between the two to see which works best. You know, I enjoy the media center because it's a PC and you can pull up Explorer and do what you need to do, pay bills. I don't know, go to the YouTube site, or, you know, go to lifestylesdefined.com where you should be going. You know, you can do these things. It has that scalability, but, you know, you have a fight night at the house, or you have a few friends come over and they want to turn something on, change the channel, do something. You know, it's a little clunky to give them this Logitech keyboard or the trackpad and say, hey, do what you got to do. You know, so the Roku's been winning, but what Microsoft's been doing with the Xbox, they added MKV support, they added DLNA support, now they added Miracast. It's becoming very, very powerful in that promise that Microsoft that they proposed in the beginning of the life cycle for the Xbox One. You know, they really wanted to attack the living room and media. So I think they're kind of there. You know what I mean? I really like what the Xbox One is doing. Am I comfortable replacing my Roku 3 with the Xbox One? Not yet. You know, there's no Spotify, little things like that. And again, that search, you know, I really want you guys to, if you've never seen the search on a Roku, I want you to really sit down and conceptualize it. It will change the way you consume media. It's so dope. So dope. But anyway, your boy Ramon, lifestylesdefined.com. Hit the comments below. I want to know what you guys are using in your living room. If you're still cable, holla at me. If you're thinking about cutting the cord, holla at me. If you've cut the cord, what are you using? Roku? Is it the Prime, the Fire? Is it the Apple TV? Where you at? I'm out of here. Peace.